On Tuesday, the cabinet rejected the draft same-sex marriage law, claiming that it was too close to the draft civil partnership bill. In Thailand, two legislations are now competing. The civil partnership bill is the first, the marriage equality bill is the second. The first was suggested by a government organization. The second was proposed by the Move Forward Party. The first, however, had already been accepted by the cabinet based on the notion that the bill's rights are sufficient to meet and support the needs of LGBT people in relationships. Today, Voice of the Nation will speak with Kun Thanyawaj Kamolwongwat, an MP of the Move Forward Party, who has pushed for marriage equality legislation. Let's look into what's behind the rejection and see what's going on. Will the campaign to legalize same-sex marriage in Thailand fail again? This episode, we're gonna meet one of the most prominent figures of Thailand. He fighting for the equality for gender for LGBT for quite some time, and today really honored to have you here ครับครูทันครับ so let's start with what's going on ครับครูทัน at the
Thank you.
cabinet yesterday.
Yes, first of all, I would like to thank you, Kun Yod, Mr. Yod, to having me here today and for telling everyone about the last update about the marriage equality. Okay, 2 days ago, cabinet reject my bill, marriage equality, and it's made me disappointed absolutely, and I think that is a sad situation for LGBTQ in Thailand. Why they do not understand about the gender equality and marriage equality is a big topic around the world that we have to make it happen in our society. But anyway, when they reject, but actually the cabinet don't have authority to reject the bill because this bill is in pipeline and it will become into the parliament again maybe in April that they say, and we have to debate on the parliament again, and let's see what the other MP vote for that. Let's see what happened. Yes.
I see. So you said that the cabinet on 2 days ago, they supposed not to do that. They didn't have the authority to reject it. They did that because it's part of agenda on the cabinet meeting, or just like someone want to disrupt to derail this process so that they let the cabinet think consider this again, or is it the part of last time that the cabinet decided that this should be reconsidered? What do you think about this? Is any motive behind this?
Okay, because first of all, the status of marriage equality bill is the status is freezing, is holding for 60 days. Okay, there are so many comments from our society. Is that a politics? Is that for really studying? Uh, I cannot say 100%. It's not 100% right answer, but I can tell you that the protection and liberty rights department have been doing a civil partnership for like long time, maybe more than 7 years, and they keep doing that bill without listening to people outside our society that we want marriage equality, not civil partnership. There are so many times that I went with the NGO and talked to the ministry many times that we want marriage equality. I think that they want the government side, they want to push civil partnership, which is not equal like marriage equality. I think that the agenda, they want to push that into the parliament. Yes.
Oh, this is the thing that this is the thing then that's why they rejected And then I saw in the news they claim that the bill that you propose and you're pushing for equal marriage, some part of them duplicate or in the same areas with the the other bill, the domestic partnership bill. Do you think this is sounds enough and this reasonable enough to say this?
I think that first of all, they have to think about this. If they think about the equality, why we separate the law? Why don't we make it one law? My bill is correct something from the civil and commercial code
Mhm,
and
mhm,
change some word to become a gender neutral, like
mhm,
man and woman become
mhm,
a person and person, and
mhm,
husband and wife become a spouse, and is for every gender in our society. But
mhm,
if not duplicate, because I try to exaggerate the same words to cover everyone in our society.
mhm,
But civil partnership is like it's separate law. So
mhm,
civil partnership do not have this word in the other law. So
mhm,
I'm not really quite, I can say 100% that it's not equal, because you cannot
mhm,
get benefit from tax, you
mhm,
cannot get benefits from the government, you cannot
mhm,
get benefit from when you adopt the children, and the company will give you scholarship for your children. I think
mhm,
that there are so many reasons, that because civil partnership is a new word and it's never be in any law at all.
mhm,
Yes,
mhm,
that's why.
mhm. So, um, in public, do you think that in the eyes of the public, like general people, not LGBT people, they are still confused with the two bills? Do you think they're still confused? And can I say that the cabinet also confused? Is it possible?
I think that yes, of course, because the LGBT issue sometimes is hard to say, because the straight people might think that it's not their problem, so they don't think about that much. But yeah, I accept that the people confuse that. But let me think about this. Marriage is marriage. Civil partnership is civil partnership. It's never be equal, it's never be, it cannot be, because it's different words how it can be equal. So
Right.
the cabinet, is they confused, I don't know, but I have a chance to talk some of cabinet, and it's so sad that when he talked to me, he will do agree, he said. And some of cabinet said a words to me that it's good, it's for equality, they do agree. But in reality, after the news report, I think that I'm so disappointed, and uh, maybe I'm too naive in politics when I'm talking to someone. But in this day, I grow up and I know that it's very
Mhm.
tough, and I have to fight.
I see. So you said that in the news report, you find that some news reports misquoted you or they misunderstood the issues from the cabinet? Which one?
It might be, I think that, when you be a cabinet, and I think that all the department, all the ministry who work in that ministry, who work in all department, give give that information to the cabinet, you
Mhm,
know. So when everything's on table,
mhm,
don't have time to think about that, and every offering is ready
mhm.
on table. I think that I don't have a chance to talk to cabinet directly in the meeting, so that's why. And I think that it might be someone want. I cannot say that it's lobby or not. I cannot say that, because in public, but
Mhm.
I think that they just want to push civil partnership clearly. And
Mhm.
when the spokeswoman said a couple of days ago, she said civil partnership, and
Mm.
it's an agenda, it's a big agenda for to push this bill. I think that they cannot destroy that bill because it's too far to get over it, civil
Mhm.
partnership. But I think it starts from they never listen to people. That's why we are in here in this position. It's
Mhm.
difficult time to
Mhm.
to 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 done it. Yes.
I see. Right. So now it's been a fight for civil partnership and also the for one side and also the other side is equal marriage. So because the civil partnership is supported, very fully supported by some government agencies and they've been doing a lot like the public hearings and also they have like seminars to push for this. One of the reason that they said Thailand should have this because it's just like a step for further future, better future in the future. But for those who supporting equal marriage by fixing the existing marriage law, the act, they these people think that if we support the civil partnership, it's just like we outdated, we really far back behind because other countries already change it or
Yes.
get the full equality and protection. But why Thailand has to use the old step in the old days because the time over time is changing. So one thing this many people just don't understand. But behind the scene, because you are also in the forefront of fighting for this, also you are talking to many people. Do you think that the government trying? This is one scenario for what I thought. That's the government. Is the government is trying to get civil partnership out to be effective because to show that Thailand is open because we be in this the darkness of not know doing anything, not moving, not changing for the LGBTQ rights for quite a long time. So you think that they want to push this? They don't think about equality as the issue, but they think about pushing something out first for Thailand and for the image of this present government.
I believe that it's a bad image because I have already brought up the marriage equality bill. If they think about the human rights, the family creation is a fundamental human rights. They should push this marriage equality, not civil partnership. But I can say one thing. Because Thai politics is sometimes is going wrong. We cannot
Mhm.
deny the reality that civil partnership has been working um, in the coup
Mhm.
time. We have a
Right.
coup. We have a coup time, so
Mhm.
we don't have a people voice in that time, and civil
Mhm.
partnership keep going without the people voice. Who
Mhm.
said that step by step? Who said that? I just say I just hear from somebody, not much, because people need the equality. Who said that is step by step? Not the people voice. Absolutely, I can say that. You know,
Mhm.
when the coup happened and it's a gap, it's a politic gap without the MP, without the people who said for the people when they do the civil partnership. I cannot trust civil partnership at all
Mhm.
because the
Mhm.
process is not
Mhm.
right because it's in the coup. It's a
Mhm.
one thing that I can say. Step
Mhm.
by step, who said that? Not people say,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So
Mhm.
yes, so I think that it's time to wake up and people see what happened. And okay, marriage equality is an easy thing, it's a simple thing that everybody knows and understand. Why
Mhm.
don't we have one? Yes.
Mhm. I see. So it's been like 10 years. I think maybe last year or this year that we've been talking about the gay marriage, LGBT equality for to get married, and then they produce civil partnership as a product, and they said this is the best product for everyone to use before getting other full coverage or something. Yeah, they think that civil partnership is quite good enough for LGBT people, and the thing is we haven't really surveyed on the couples, LGBT couples that really living together. Do they really want to have civil partnership, or they just can wait for full protection? Because sometimes people are in the situation that they need some protection. If they get a bit of protection, they will be feeling good about that. What do you think about this?
I think that marriage equality is fundamental, that
Mm,
everybody should have
mhm,
a right to marry each
mhm,
other. But I know a civil partnership may be all not all benefits like marriage equality. It
mhm,
might be
mhm,
optional law. Maybe you maybe some girl with some girl who they are of good friends and they
mhm.
don't have a husband, they hate men, you know, and they come together to, okay, we take care of each other like friends, no romantic love. It might be used as civil partnership, but the
Mhm,
civil partnership in Thailand is not like that.
mhm,
The civil partnership Thailand is try to be a marriage. You know, I can say a little bit Thai language.
mhm,
The principle is
mhm,
คู่ชีวิตคือการใช้ชีวิตของคู่เพศเดียวกันเหมือนคู่สมรส In English,
mhm.
the civil partnership is the same sex stay together like marriage. I think it's very. I think that is very funny sentence. You know, it's a principle. It's so crazy because marriage is marriage. Why
Mhm.
civil partnership is marriage? I think that is so
That's
funny.
not the same thing, but
It's
in
not
the
the same
civil,
thing.
but in civil partnership, the those who pushing for it
Yes,
consider they are the same thing, and you should take it as marriage because it's going to protect
yes,
you somehow. In
yeah,
the real meanings and also the core essence of the words and also the function in real life, they are not the same. That's why you feel upset and many feel frustrated that where they get this kind of result. So let me ask about this. The next step, what gonna be possible that you can still push for equal marriage to become a law in the future? Is there any step that you can do?
yes. Of course, the marriage equality will come into the parliament anyway, no matter
Mm,
what cabinet say. And I will talk to um, every MP, most MP that I can, and I want to persuade them to
mhm,
make them understand how much the LGBT want it, and it's a
mhm,
basic rights, it's a human rights, and its
mhm,
fundamental creation is is our right, and
mhm,
the government take away from us. They have to give us back, and I will tell to the cabinet again,
mhm,
and of course the first term will come again for the member for the marriage equality bill in the
mhm,
parliament, and I will do my best. And
mhm,
if the committee happen, and I will fight everything for marriage equality. But if the civil partnership come first,
mhm,
uh, I think that I cannot accept that in the principle that which is so crazy, and
mhm,
a marriage is civil partnership. You know, it's
mhm,
so funny. Marriage translate civil partnership. I think that is so
mhm,
funny. I cannot accept that. But okay, of course, the civil partnership will pass. But when the committee come up, and I'm sitting there and try to make the best thing that I can to make a civil partnership possible in
mhm.
this time. Yes.
I see. So, how much concerned are you because the government may no longer in the office? Maybe they're gonna dissolve the government soon. So that means we have to wait for the new government to consider this. So it's gonna be like next year, maybe the end of this year, because some people just think that the prime minister still want to be the chair of the APEC meeting. So we have to
Yes,
stay on, but
I heard
this
that
issue may
too.
be not happening this year anyway. So we have the lead of the time to build up more support from the public. Or you think what's lacking that you like to call for, like unity, working together, or other areas that you think that the push is lacking to push to fight for the equal marriage?
Uh, I I I have to say that I cannot say that, you know, because our NGO and the people who come for fighting for equality, no matter what they did, come to the map and come and show respect from their platform every online. I think that is a big thing that they do.
Mm-hmm.
As an MP, I cannot say because I think the people do very great things
Mm-hmm.
to make our society change.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like you know, Kun Yod, Mr. Yod, like you know that NGO and NGO have a lot of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's difficult to find a solution for the next step for make gender equality happen. I think that I think that is because someone who got got the benefits, got the project from the government is one side, and the other side, which is they fight for equality outside the government. I think they are different side, and sometimes and some argument and some ideology is so conflict. I think that's it's hard to make us to find a solution. But anyway, marriage equality, I think that finally the people voice is a big is a
Mm-hmm.
is a biggest
Mm-hmm.
thing that
Mm-hmm.
we have to do. Yes.
Okay, let's hope for the big change in whatever gonna happen, and then Krutan will fight for this. Thank you so much for joining us ครับสวัสดีครับคุณทันครับสวัสดีค
Yes.
รับ
Thank you, Kunya, for having me.